The parking garage was empty at 11:45 at night. Las Vegas, 1974. Coach Marcus Williams, 62 years old, walked toward his 1968 Buick, carrying a gym bag and a thermos of coffee. He'd just finished training his fighter, preparing him for the biggest bout of his career, the heavyweight championship. 3 weeks away, Marcus heard footsteps, multiple sets. He turned around. 8 white men in a semicircle. No hoods. They didn't need them. This wasn't the South. This was Vegas. They thought they were untouchable here. The tallest one stepped forward. Jim Crawford, auto mechanic. Marcus recognized him from the neighborhood. "You're training that boy Tommy." Marcus said nothing, just watched. Calculated distances to his car. 20 feet. Too far. "We don't want no colored winning the heavyweight title. Bad for boxing. Bad for America." Marcus kept his voice steady. "Tommy's going to win, and there's nothing you can do about it." Crawford smiled. "See? That's where you're wrong. We can't touch Tommy. Too famous. Too many cameras. But you? Nobody cares about an old colored trainer. You disappear and Tommy's got nobody. No trainer means no title." Marcus understood immediately. This wasn't just a threat. This was a promise. The 8 men surrounded him, pushed him against a concrete pillar. One held a knife. Another had brass knuckles. "You've got 48 hours to leave Vegas. Leave Tommy. Go back to wherever you came from, or we make you disappear. Permanent-like." They left Marcus standing there, shaking. Not from fear, from rage. But he was 62, and 8 men had just made their intentions crystal clear. Marcus drove straight to Tommy's house. 3 in the morning. Tommy answered the door in his robe. Champion material, 6'5", 230 pounds of muscle, 28 years old and undefeated. 23 wins, 18 knockouts. "Coach?" What happened? Marcus told him everything, every word, every threat. When he finished, Tommy was silent. His jaw was clenched. His hands were fists. Tommy had grown up in Detroit, orphaned at 7, bounced between foster homes until he was 16. Marcus had found him fighting in illegal basement matches. Bloody, desperate, brilliant. Marcus took him in, trained him, became the father Tommy never had. For 12 years, Marcus had believed in Tommy when nobody else would, had fed him when Tommy was hungry, had kept him focused when the streets called. Tommy owed Marcus everything, and 8 men thought they could threaten him. "You're not leaving Vegas," Tommy said finally. "Coach, I should. I'm not worth dying over." Tommy looked at his trainer, his father. "You're worth everything. Don't you understand? Without you, there is no me, no career, no championship. You saved my life when I was 16. Now it's my turn. Tommy, these men are dangerous. So am I." Marcus tried to argue, but Tommy held up his hand. "I need names, addresses, everything you remember. And I need 48 hours. Marcus hesitated. Then he wrote down every detail. 8 names: Jim Crawford, Dale Morrison, Pete Sullivan, Frank Benson, Carl White, Mike Torres, Eddie Grant, Stephen Hughes. Tommy made a phone call, 3:30 in the morning, to a man named Victor Rossi. Victor owned half the casinos in Vegas. Tommy had fought in Victor's venues, made Victor millions. Victor answered on the second ring. "Tommy." "What's wrong?" Tommy explained. When he finished, Victor was quiet. Then his voice came back, cold, controlled. 8 men. I need everything on them by tomorrow night. Consider it done. Tommy. "Yes? You're doing the right thing?" These men made a mistake. They threatened family. 12 hours later, Victor delivered. Complete files on all 8 men. Where they worked, where they lived, their routines, their families, their secrets. Tommy spread the files across his dining room table, studied each one. Then he made a plan. 7 days. 8 men. Each one would understand exactly what they'd threatened to take from him. Jim Crawford worked nights at an auto shop on the east side, lived alone, divorced, no kids. On night 1, Jim was closing the shop at midnight. He walked to his truck, got in, turned the key. Nothing. Battery dead. Jim cursed, popped the hood. As he leaned over the engine, someone grabbed him from behind. Strong hands. Professional. Jim tried to fight, but whoever had him knew exactly what they were doing. A cloth covered his mouth. Chloroform. Jim woke up 6 hours later in the Nevada desert, 50 miles from Vegas, buried up to his neck in sand. The sun was rising. Jim screamed, pulled, but the sand was packed tight. A car approached, stopped 30 feet away. Tommy stepped out. "You threatened my coach. You said you'd make him disappear." Jim's eyes went wide. "Please, God, please." Tommy walked closer. "You're going to stay here for 12 hours. Sun's coming up. Gets to 115 degrees in the desert this time of year. If you're lucky, someone finds you before you die of heat stroke. If not, well, you'll know what it feels like to disappear." Tommy got back in his car, drove away. Jim screamed for hours. A highway patrol officer found him at 4 in the afternoon. Severe dehydration, second-degree burns, traumatized beyond description. He spent 5 days in the hospital. When police asked what happened, Jim said he couldn't remember. Just woke up in the desert. Must have been drunk. The officer didn't believe him, but Jim never changed his story. Because next to where he'd been buried, someone had left a photograph. Marcus Williams smiling. And a note. 1 down. 7 to go. Touch coach again, and next time, nobody finds you. Dale Morrison was a construction worker. Big guy. Thought he was tough. On night 2, Dale came home from a bar at 1 in the morning. Walked into his house, turned on the lights. His living room was destroyed. Furniture overturned. Pictures smashed. And sitting in his armchair was Tommy. Dale froze. "How did you, Morrison, never finish the question?" Tommy stood up. "Last week, you threatened to make an old man disappear. An old man who never hurt anyone. Who spent his life helping people." Dale backed toward the door. Tommy moved faster, grabbed Dale by the throat, lifted him off the ground. "You know what I do for a living, Dale? I hit people, professionally, legal, in a ring. You want to see what happens when I hit someone and there's no referee to stop me?" Tommy threw Dale across the room. Dale crashed into a wall, tried to stand. Tommy hit him once, a single punch to the ribs. Dale heard 3 ribs crack, collapsed. Tommy leaned down. "You're going to check yourself into the hospital. Tell them you fell downstairs, drunk. And then you're going to leave Vegas. Tonight. You've got 12 hours. If you're still in this city tomorrow, I come back. And next time, I don't stop at ribs." Dale left Vegas that night. Drove to Phoenix. Never came back. 2 down. Pete Sullivan ran a hardware store. Family man. 3 kids. On night 3, Pete closed his store at 6. Walked to his car. Found all 4 tires slashed. A note on the windshield. "Walk home. It's 4 miles. Think about Coach Marcus walking to his car. Think about how scared he must have felt. Now you know." Pete walked. Every block, he looked over his shoulder. expected someone to grab him. Nobody did. But when he got home, his wife was crying. Someone had called, told her everything about the parking garage, about the threats, about the KKK. Pete's wife looked at him with disgust. "You threatened to kill an old man? For what? Because his fighter is black? Get out." Pete tried to explain. His wife called the police, told them her husband was in the KKK. The police came, arrested Pete. While he was in jail for 48 hours, someone made sure every other inmate knew exactly what he'd done. Threatened an elderly black man. Pete got beaten, badly, broken nose, fractured jaw. When he got out, his wife had filed for divorce. His kids wouldn't talk to him. His store had a sign in the window, closed permanently. Nobody wanted to shop at a KKK members store. Pete lost everything, not from violence, from exposure. 3 down. Frank Benson was a postal worker. Quiet. Nobody suspected him. On night 4, Frank was sorting mail when his supervisor called him. "Frank, you've got a registered letter. Needs signature." Frank signed, opened it. Inside was a single photograph. Him in the parking garage, surrounding Coach Marcus. The angle was clear. Someone had been watching, taking pictures. Below the photo, a note. "I have 12 more pictures. Each one shows your face clearly. In 48 hours, I'm sending these to every newspaper in Vegas, to your employer, to your church, to everyone you know. Unless you confess, walk into the police station. Tell them everything, every name, every meeting location, every plan. Or become famous as the KKK coward who threatened an elderly man." Frank sat at his desk for 2 hours. Then he walked into the police station, confessed everything. Named all 15 members of the Vegas KKK cell. Not just the 8 who'd threatened Marcus. All 15. The police arrested 9 people that night. The KKK in Vegas was destroyed. Frank lost his job, his reputation, everything. 4 down. Carl White was a mechanic. Worked with Jim Crawford. On night 5, Carl's house caught fire. Started in the garage, spread fast. Firefighters arrived within minutes. Saved the house. Barely. The fire chief found Carl. This was arson. Professional. Gasoline around the foundation. "You're lucky we got here fast." Carl knew exactly who'd done it. The message was clear. You got lucky this time. Next time, you won't. Carl packed a bag, left Vegas that night, didn't even say goodbye to his family, just disappeared. 5 down. Mike Torres owned a bar, tough guy, thought nobody could touch him. On night 6, Mike's bar failed its health inspection, suddenly, severely. Rats, mold, violations everywhere. The health department shut him down, pending investigation. Mike knew he kept that bar clean. Someone had planted evidence, but he couldn't prove it. His business license was revoked, his savings gone, his reputation destroyed. Mike left Vegas bankrupt. 6 down. Eddie Grant was a truck driver. On night 7, Eddie was driving his route when police pulled him over. Found 50 pounds of marijuana in his trailer. Eddie had never touched drugs in his life. Someone had planted it. But Eddie had priors. Small stuff. Traffic violations. Unpaid tickets. The judge didn't believe him. Eddie got 5 years. 7 down. Stephen Hughes was the last one. The quietest. The one who'd held the knife in the parking garage. On night 8, Stephen received a visit. Tommy knocked on his door at midnight. Stephen opened it. Saw who it was. Tried to slam the door. Tommy's foot stopped it. "Stephen, we need to talk." Stephen ran, made it to his kitchen, grabbed a knife. The same knife he'd held against Coach Marcus. Tommy walked in slowly. You going to use that? Stephen was shaking. Stay back. Tommy stopped. 10 feet away. 7 of your friends are gone. Destroyed. Desert. Hospital. Prison. Bankruptcy. Divorce. You're the last one. And you held a knife to a 62-year-old man who never hurt anyone. Stephen lunged. Tommy sidestepped, grabbed Stephen's wrist, twisted. The knife clattered to the floor. Tommy didn't hit him, didn't hurt him, just held him. You've got 2 choices. You leave Vegas tonight, right now. Or I call the police. Tell them you're the one who planted the marijuana in Eddie's truck. I've got evidence, cameras, witnesses. You go to prison for 15 years. Or you run. Your choice. Stephen chose to run. Left Vegas that night. 8 down. 48 hours after the last man disappeared, Tommy and Coach Marcus sat in the gym. Just the 2 of them. Coach, you okay? Marcus nodded. They're all gone? Every single one. Tommy, what did you do? What I had to. Marcus was quiet for a long time. Then he put his hand on Tommy's shoulder. You didn't kill anyone. I didn't need to. Destroying someone's life is worse than ending it. They'll spend years remembering what they tried to do, what it cost them. That's justice. Marcus smiled. Slight, sad. You're going to win the championship. I know. Because you'll be in my corner. Always. 3 weeks later, Tommy won the heavyweight championship. 9th round knockout. Coach Marcus was there, in his corner, where he belonged. The parking garage incident was never reported. The 8 men never spoke about what happened. Some left Vegas, some went to prison, some lost everything, but none of them ever threatened anyone again. And the KKK cell in Las Vegas? Destroyed. 15 members exposed, 9 arrested, the rest scattered. All because 8 men made one mistake. They threatened the wrong man's father, and Tommy made sure they understood. You don't threaten family. Ever.